Have you tried to work on your thoughts or like you're feeling a bit negative or not so good? And it's just really hard. You try to do some affirmations, talk yourself into it. It just doesn't seem to work. Well, I just wanted to share something I learned yesterday. Well, not learned yesterday, but I was reminded of yesterday about the body being first before the mind from a great podcast interview I did. So, welcome to the Men's Mental Health podcast today. I've actually made two today because I forgot to make one yesterday, and I do double of something if I don't do it the day before. So, you're in for a treat. On my podcast platform, I'll probably backdate one of them to the Monday. So, anyway, I've interrupted my pattern. Yeah, the body and the mind. I was talking to a great podcast guest yesterday, and poor woman, I think I rearranged with her 3 times for the interview, but I'm glad we got that in. I get a lot of podcast requests, but I'm not great with emails. Michelle, she is amazing. Great to talk to. She's got a very happy family, great life, and she'll talk about her transformation with the nervous system. And yeah, essentially, like she described it really, really well. The body comes before the mind. It's a bit like putting your socks on and then you put your shoes on. You need both of them, right? The body and the mind, but there's a order to putting them on. Like your socks go on before your shoes. You do not put your shoes on, then your socks on, right? You might do for a laugh, but typically we don't. Now, if you're trying to say like positive things and your body's hijacked into anxiety or stress or anger or you're depressed, certainly experienced fair share of those emotions after the last few months. It's going to be very difficult for your mind to think of something logically or program yourself to do something. So the body always follows first. And I was just coming back from football, as I've said in the last episode. And what I noticed after football, when we do some intense training, is that my mind starts naturally thinking either in a way of releasing the negatives, like the sadness comes to the top when I'm in a bad place, so I can release it, or I feel really, really like good. If I'm like in a neutral mood, I start feeling even better. And that's because I've got the body going and then my thoughts can follow. When I haven't drunk for ages, but like when I was hungover, for example, when I used to go out partying a lot, and then I'd be eating crap the next day, high sugar and stuff. Like I'll be honest, haven't eaten 100% clean recently, and I've noticed the impact of that. That when like I'm hungover, I'm eating crap, I'm not exercising, it's really hard to have good positive thoughts. And I'm not moving, all those kind of things. I go for a run, maybe do some breath work, I feel a bit better. But yeah, just if you're trying to you're in a bad state, change your state and then start working on your thoughts, is my recommendation. Now, sometimes it can be such a situation that the thoughts are even challenging to change them. I've been there recently. Like I talked about, not even a breakup, but like it not working out with someone I was dating, and I was admitted to being heartbroken because I hadn't liked anyone that much for a very long time. And yeah, even when I exercised at first, when I exercise now, I can train into a good place. The thoughts still do get to me like 2 and a bit months later after it. But not nowhere near as bad as they did. If you watch my videos from 2 months ago, you will see the energy. Like, and I wanted to be real there and then. Like you will see the energy change dramatically. I'm not every day high energy, but like how sad I was, how depressed I was. And I wasn't looking after myself in the best condition. I don't attack myself for that at all. I totally have sympathy and compassion. But yeah, like certainly when I exercise, my thoughts are a lot easier to train. And yeah, that'll just be my recommendation today is get yourself out there, exercise, push yourself if possible, because I've done things like just running all the time and just walking all the time, and that's great. It's better than nothing, 100%. But when you can put in some weight training, depending on where you are, like physically in your health, and you can put yourself into maybe some sprints, some intervals, those kind of things, it and like high intensity cardio, it can really like push yourself to feel the way. I notice, I've got to be honest, when I run and I'm in a bad way and my thoughts going around, like the thoughts can get a bit more intense as I'm running, and it's like go around my body, but that's because the body is moving the emotion. But by the time I'm finished and like, in the next 30 minutes, I usually calm down a lot, providing I don't eat like high sugar straight afterwards or something like that, because that gets my anxiety up again. And I've definitely made that mistake going like, oh, great run. I'm going to have a nice bowl of cereal, which is full of sugar or whatever, and telling myself it's healthy when it's not. There are some healthy cereals, but not many. And just get your body moving. It doesn't have to be exercise all the time. It could be breath work, it could be shaky, it could be screaming into a pillow. But when you can do that release, you can start thinking more logically. I've had days, particularly at the beginning, about 2 months ago, when I had to scream into a pillow 5 to 10 times a day. It was like that intense. I felt abandonment. I felt betrayal. It wasn't betrayal, but it felt like it. It wasn't abandonment, but it felt like it. That's what your mind can do to you, right? And then, no, don't want to, go into those moods, right? So yeah, if you're like someone right now and you're like, I'm anxious, actually, I'm going to think happy thoughts. Going like change your body, do something with your body first. Shake yourself out, move, whatever it takes. So that's what I wanted to share with you in today's podcast. I've done two, like I said, and I'll speak to you very, very soon.